Najee Harris is the back, and it's 1st and 10. Pickett to the air quickly, and it's grabbed right there by Pickens. He's got the first down, slicing his way. He gets to the 38, brought down by Thompson. 13-yard pickup. Two coordinators right there. With the 1st and 10, Najee Harris bulldozing his way up. Knocked down by Josh Woods. The Cincinnati Bengals in a Steelers win. 2nd down and 1. Pickett. The time and the throw deep. He's got him. Pickens. He beats the safety, Jalen Thompson. A long completion of 38 yards to the 16 of the Cardinals.
They said there was an emphasis of that this week. Going to be big to get a 3rd down conversion here.
3rd down 6. Pickens hit. That is a live ball and picked up on the play by Woods. They're calling it incomplete. Incomplete. So here is Boswell with a 29-yard field goal attempt. He's had a terrific season. And this for the early lead, and right through it goes. 3-zip. Connor's back there with him to the air. He goes, and down the middle he goes. And he's got the blossoming tight end, Trey McBride, who has really become a factor. 1st down catch, 13-yard pickup. Carter's the back. Underneath they go. This is McBride. Pounding off bodies, ping-ponging his way down to the 33. 51-yard try. A little bit of breeze to tie the game. And he does perfectly. He is money from that distance. He's a rookie out of West Virginia, so they know him well in these parts.
Well, and I know him well because his dad. I played with his dad, Gary, in Kansas City.
Big run again, Warren. He is so quick twitch. Jalen Thompson makes the stop.
Things differently, right? One's a bigger, more physical kind of inside runner, and Warren, as they get it to the outside quickly. Look at the speed and the response of that Cardinals defense.
And they are really tightening the screws today with the catch by Johnson. Here they come. Down he goes. Highsmith. 421 last week against Cincinnati for this offense. Warren is in 1st and 10. Oh, look at the burst. Look at the run into the secondary. Brought down by Buda Baker. Harris in the backfield. Najee gets the call. Moore opened up the hole. Also a nice block in there by James Daniels. Another big run. Neither team has converted a 3rd down. 3rd and 3, and Harris the back for Pickett. The time. Freiermuth. Curling in. Down to the 7. Drive began back at the 20. Harris plowing, digging, gouging.
I don't think
Short.
he got it in there.
The defense holds. What a goal line stand by the Cardinals. Kevin Strong plugged it.
Had a couple of big plays on defense so far today.
Michael Carter is the running back. 3rd down 3. They got the 1st down. Caught here with a nice spin and run. Higgins, who was brought down in the secondary. That's Elijah Higgins' 4th reception of the season. It is Carter. The hole there. Oh, he's slippery. Look at him go. Carter's got speed. Taken down in the secondary. Brought down by Levi Wallace. That was a run. A burst of... It's 3rd down and 6. Murray 5 of 12. Crumbling pocket and caught. What a grab. That's McBride. 2nd down 17. It's McBride slipping, regaining, stiff arming, driving. And finally brought down by Cameron Hayward. Gene, we appreciate it. Michael Carter is the back. 3rd down 4. Whack out there by Johnson. They go inside the 10. Another nice catch by McBride. After the goal line stand, Murray, end zone. That is caught, and that is a touchdown. McBride gets it. With Fitzpatrick and KZ on him.
Mike Tomlin tells me Kenny Pickett officially ruled out. He's down here in a walking boot, as is Isaac Seumalo. He's ruled out of this game as well. He said nothing changes with Mitchell Trubisky in there.
Joe, they bobbled it. Oh, look out, that ball's loose and recovered on a fumble. A fumble by the new quarterback. It's picked up by the rookie, Dante Stills. And look where they got the ball in the red zone at the 20. This one comes at a bad time. 2nd down. And here comes Murray. A design play. McBride with the block and run out of bounds, and a couple over there, including Thompson and Minka Fitzpatrick. With the first down and goal, fake to Connor. Here comes the rush. Down he goes. Watt! T.J. Watt.
There's McBride. That is who Kyler Murray's been looking at down in the red zone when he needs to play.
Here they come. Slipping Walker. Here comes Watt to the end zone. Incomplete in the corner, looking for Dortch with a flag thrown on Porter.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. First down at the 1-yard line.
Second down and goal. Connor again. Here he goes. Flying in for 6. They cash in on the fumble by Trubisky. A 1-yard touchdown leap. First and 10. Najee Harris will offer a block, as does Moore. And he goes up the middle. And it is Freiermuth. Trubisky 3 of 4 through the air. Najee Harris cutting. Big hole. Keeps his balance. Into the secondary. Ojulari wraps him down again. Penalty story right there.
And on that playoff picture, you see the Houston record. They already got the win earlier today against Denver.
Third down, 14. Moore holding him off at the left tackle. Oh, he's got him. Nice catch. It's third down and 6. They come with the blitz. Baker is blocked. Downfield they go, and it's incomplete. And they're looking for the tight end, Connor Hayward. Chris Boswell has had a terrific season. 45-yard field goal try here, and he misses. Boswell had gone 21 of 22 until that miss. First and 10. Murray to the air, underneath, and he's got his tight end Swaim for a second time. With Carter in the backfield, moving up, there goes the elusive Murray. He can run with the best of them. He needs the 45, and he is there right at the 45. I don't know if it's enough. Oh, they're bringing everybody. And they're going to Dortch, who's got the ball, working on Porter. Steeler 28. Connor in the bell, they're coming through. Out he goes, McBride, looking for a block right there from Cologne, and he's down with a tackle made by Walker. He gets down to the 37. Jalen Warren is the back. Third down and 5 for Trubisky. And the rush, and the messy pocket, and it's incomplete. Gardeck and others are right there. Ojulari, they were streaming in. Looks like they've taped him up. First down and 10. But not out there. And here's the fake and a block by Connor, and gets it off to Trey McBride, who is knocked out of bounds once again by the ubiquitous Michael Walker. Third and 1, multiple tight ends. Connor sledgehammering in for the touchdown. Connor in the big return to the state of Pennsylvania, where he was growing up. Although Pickett was much younger, they were both ACC Players of the Year. Here's Trubisky, low and caught and grabbed there by Robinson, who is grabbed himself by rookie starting cornerback.
That was one of the things Mike Tomlin said, the emotions of that change. Can you back it up and have the same performance 2 weeks in a row?
They go underneath here to Harris, who has the first down. On the second down and 7, he picks up 11. And here they are in Pittsburgh, riding high, winning 3 of 4 in a big divisional win over the Bengals last week. Third and 6, Trubisky. And chopping his feet, looks like Calvin Austin's got the ball. He had an ankle issue coming into first and 5. Trubisky, deep downfield. Nice catch made. Johnson at the 5. Hits the deck. First and goal. Second down and goal. Harris is in. Tight end Washington rearranges. And Trubisky will go to the air, to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Grabbed. Johnson got it. And Murray is under center. And Connor. Oh, he's got the hole, and he's got the gallop. He's into the secondary. He got by Fitzpatrick and was brought down by Trenton Thompson on CBS Sunday. Second 9, Steelers out of timeouts. Connor will get a block there from McBride and take guys, including Porter and others, with him for a first down run, and that's it. And a 24-10 win over the Pittsburgh Steelers, who now go to 7-5. We'll be back to wrap it up from Pittsburgh after this on CBS.